This is Jarrod Horak, and this is my latest Saratoga handicapping video. And in this video, I'm going to analyze the Grade 1 Fourstardave Handicap, and that will be run Saturday, August 12th. Now, I'm a little bit behind this week. We had some thunderstorms roll through the area. I lost power for a couple days. Everything's back now. I'm catching back up on my work, and we're only a day from the Fourstardave, so I want to get this video shot and posted so everybody can check out my analysis. Now, if you're interested in reading my Saratoga handicapping articles, head on over to todaysracingdigest.com. I posted a bunch of articles all summer long from Saratoga, also doing some handicapping articles from Del Mar as well. So just head on over to todaysracingdigest.com to read all of those articles. And in the description in this video, I will provide a link to those handicapping reports. Now, we're going to do the analysis of the 9th race at Saratoga in this video. And again, Saturday, August 12th, the Grade 1 $500,000 Fourstardave Handicap for 3-year-olds and up, traveling a mile on the inner turf course. Scheduled post time 5:44 p.m. Eastern Time, and if you look closely in the background of this video, you'll see my Fourstardave bobblehead. And now we'll get into the analysis, beginning with number 1, Emmanuel, and he's 3-1 morning line, one of 2 runners for trainer Todd Pletcher, 6 for 11 lifetime with 2 third-place finishes. And he started his career on the main track, and you might remember him from the 2022 Kentucky Derby Trail. He was in the Grade 2 Fountain of Youth Stakes, and he finished 4th in an 11-horse field. Simplification ended up winning that one. And then he was in the Grade 1 Bluegrass Stakes, and I made him my top choice that day because I thought he could get out there, possibly steal that race. And he did get out there, and he controlled the pace, but he weakened in the stretch, and he finished 3rd. Now, Zandon and Smile Happy were 1-2 in that race. So then they decided to switch surfaces after that. They tried him in the Grade 2 Pennine Ridge on turf at Belmont Park, June of 2022, and he got out there and he controlled the pace and he wired the field. Then he was up the track in the Saratoga Derby. They laid him off, brought him back this year in February. That was at Tampa Bay Downs in the Tampa Bay Stakes, and in that Grade 3 race, he sat back. He was comfortable this time, rallying from off the pace, and he rallied from 6th, and he won by 1 3/4 lengths. And then he won his next turf route, another Grade 3, the Canadian Turf at Gulfstream Park. And again, he stalked the pace, and he came from off the pace, and he won it by 1/2 length. The Grade 1 Maker's Mark Mile, he ended up finishing 7th in an 8-horse field. And then back to Grade 3 company in his last 2 starts, the Dinner Party at Pimlico, and he was up on the pace, and he finished 3rd, beaten 1/2 length. The 1 mile Grade 3 Poker last time out at Belmont, and he was able to rally from last place and get the job done by a neck. And he earned a quality late pace rating in that last start. So he's run once on the Saratoga turf course. That was at Saratoga Derby. And he was laid off after that, so something obviously went wrong there. But he's in good form. He's a 4-time Grade 3 winner in turf routes. And he's going to probably save ground, trying to rally from a little bit off the pace under Jose Ortiz. Number 2, Full Screen for trainer Mark Casa. This one's 3 for 13 lifetime. And if you look at his overall form, he was in better form when he was up on the pace, when he was able to get involved last May of 2022, when he wired the field at 7 furlongs on all-weather ground. At his next all-weather route, he was chasing the pace, and he missed by 1 length. He won a stakes race on all-weather ground at Woodbine, August of 2022, when he pressed the pace, and he won easily. He won another all-weather stakes race that was November of 2022. He won that one by a neck. And his last couple starts on turf, he didn't show any speed. He was 10th early in a sprint, and then he ended up finishing 7th. And then last time he was 11th of 12 in the early going, moving to the Mark Casa barn, and he finished 5th, beaten 4 lengths. That was at Saratoga. That was on July 20th. So this is his 2nd turf route here. He has won on turf before. He's taking blinkers off, and he's one that, like I said, if his best races or when he's closer to the pace, and I would like to see him possibly, if you're a fan of his, that you probably want to see him at least stalking the pace. Manny Franco's his rider. 30-1 morning line seems a bit overmatched. Number 3, My Sea Cottage, another 30-1 long shot. Dylan Davis will ride this Mark Casa trainee, and he's 1 for 1 at Saratoga. He wired the field in a starter allowance 1-mile turf route on the inner turf last time out on July 13th. So he's going to meet some other speed in here, stepping way up in class. He's run 9 times at this distance with 3 wins and 4 third-place finishes. I just think he's outclassed in this spot, but he should be a pace factor. Number 4, Annapolis is one of the strong win contenders in here. He's 8-5 morning line. He's the 2nd Todd Pletcher runner in this field. This is a 4-year-old War Front Colt, and he's 6 for 10 lifetime with 3 runner-up finishes. So 9 out of 10 starts in his career, he's finished first or second. The only time he did not get into the exacta was in the Breeders' Cup Mile last year from post 11. He finished 11th in a 14-horse field. All of his other races solid. Saratoga, 4 starts, 2 wins, and 2 seconds. At this distance, 6 starts, 3 wins, and 2 seconds. Jarrod Ortiz Jr. is his regular rider, and he'll be aboard again. As a 2-year-old in 2021, he won the Grade 2 Pilgrim Stakes. Last year, he was second in the Penn Mile. In the Manila Stakes, he stalked and he won that one. That was at Belmont at 1 mile. The Saratoga Derby, he was second, but then he won the Saranac at Saratoga in his next start. And then the Grade 1 Turf Mile at Keeneland against Older Company, he upset the field at 6-1. And then his Breeders' Cup Mile was his final start as a 3-year-old. His first start as a 4-year-old, the opening Verse Stakes, he rallied from off the pace. In an 11-horse field, he sat back in 6th within striking range, and he won by a head. And then the Kelso last time, Casa Creed, the favorite in this race, was able to beat him by a length. He did finish second. He didn't get the kind of trip I was thinking he was going to get. I liked him there. I thought he was going to get the jump on Casa Creed. He ended up further back than I thought he was. He didn't get a comfortable trip. He didn't look comfortable in the post-parade. He didn't have a great start. So everything didn't go well, but he still tried hard anyway. So now Annapolis in his second start after a layoff and third start of 2023. I think he's a solid contender. He's versatile. He can get out there and set the pace like he did in the Saranac. He can stalk. He can close. So Jarrod Ortiz Jr. should have a lot of options. And he broke down in post 2 in a 7-horse field last time. He's more in the middle this time, breaking from post 4. Number 5, So High. He's going to be a pace factor in here. He's 3 for 22, probably overmatched. He's 0 for 6 this year. He hasn't won in quite some time, but he does like to get involved in the pace scenario. Multiple times he's been up on the pace. In the Manhattan, he was chasing from 3rd. He was overmatched. The United Nations last time, he was setting the pace. He weakened to 7th. So now shortening up helps, but this company here is probably way too much for him. But I would expect him to be forwardly placed. Number 6, Casa Creed, your 7-5 morning line favorite. He's run 5 times at Saratoga, 3 wins and 2 third-place finishes. 16 starts at 1 mile with 4 wins, 2 seconds, and 4 thirds. This is one. He's got a lot of class. He's a 7-year-old. He's banked more than $2 million. He's won stakes races in sprints and in routes. He won the Grade 1 Jaipur at Belmont in 2022. He won this race, the Fourstardave, last summer. And then this year he's been in good form. He was 3rd, beating a length in the Jaipur. And then the Kelso last time from the outside post. He was out in the clear, and he was just able to run a winning race from off the pace under Luis Saez. And he will ride again in here for trainer Belmont, and look for him in the late going. And I think there is at least some pace in here where the pace should be honest enough to set up his late charge. Ice Chocolat is the last one, and another Mark Cassie trainee. 5 for 17 with 5 seconds and a third. He's 0 for 1 at Saratoga. In the Kelso, he was pinched back at the start. He ended up finishing 4th that day, just missing 3rd by a head. So he's run 3 times at 1 mile with a win and a 2nd place finish. So he was stretching out in distance last time after running in some sprints. He was 6th in the Jaipur, the Jacques Cartier. He ended up finishing 2nd there at Woodbine. The Kennedy Road last year, he was 2nd there. So he's run okay in some stakes races. From the outside post, he's probably going to try to get involved late. So Casa Creed trying to defend his title, and he's sharp after winning the Kelso. Certainly like Saratoga, and he's a logical contender from off the pace. But I'm going to go with my top choice, number 4, Annapolis. I liked him last time. I've always liked this horse. I picked him in the Grade 1 Turf Mile last year, and he ran a quality race. He's done nothing wrong in 2 starts as a 4-year-old. As I said, for Saratoga, 4 starts with 2 wins and 2 seconds. 5 of 6 in the exacta at this distance. So he always runs his race. And I think with Jarrod Ortiz Jr., this time he's going to try to get him in a stalking spot and get the jump on Casa Creed. And I think he can turn the tables on that rival. So Annapolis is going to be my top choice in the Grade 1 Fourstardave. Now, Emmanuel will be my second choice. I just think he can save ground off the pace, but not too far back. Jose Ortiz is going to probably work out a good trip with this one. And he's just a quality horse, a 4-time Grade 3 winner on turf. And he's got running style versatility. So he'll be my second choice. And then I'll make Casa Creed my third choice. So I will make a win wager on number 4, Annapolis. We'll play an exacta box, 1-4, Annapolis and Emmanuel. and then play a trifecta key. I'm going to key Annapolis over the 1, Emmanuel, and the 6, Casa Creed. So the past performances in this video were provided by Today's Racing Digest. And again, don't forget to go over to that website and check out all of my handicapping articles this summer. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.